Hi, friends. I'm Lori Palau, host of the popular weekly podcast, This Organized Life, founder of Simply Be Organized, and author of the book, Hot Mess, A Practical Guide to Getting Organized. For the past 7 years, we've been sharing stories, interviews, and strategies to help you live a more organized life. Whether you're struggling with physical clutter, calendar clutter, digital clutter, or just overwhelmed with the mental load of all the things, we're here to help you every step of the way. We know that one of the biggest struggles many of us face is time, and even finding the time to listen to a 45-minute long episode might not even be doable, which is why we've created This Organized Life Tip of the Week. These short episodes are designed to give you a little boost to start your week off on the right foot in under 15 minutes. This might be something that I'm doing in my personal life that I wanted to share, a tip that someone shared with me that I want to pass along to you, or maybe it might just be a prompt or story to help you think differently about the true meaning of clutter. New episodes of our Tip of the Week are automatically going to show up in your podcast feed on Mondays, and our regular long-form episodes will continue to drop each and every Thursday. Now, if you're new here, make sure to click the subscribe or follow button for instant access to all of our 300 plus past episodes. And if you're already subscribed to TOL, there's nothing that you need to do. Our bonus episodes should already be in your feed. Regardless of whether you just found us or you're one of our OG listeners, I am so happy that you're here. Now, let's get to it. Hi, everybody, and welcome to this week's Tip of the Week. I'm Lori Palau, and I'm so glad that you're here. If you're brand new to our show, welcome. Whatever brought you here, whether you stumbled across us or you were referred by a friend, I'm so happy to have you as part of our community. If this is your first time listening, make sure that you click the subscribe or follow button, whether you're watching us on YouTube or listening on Spotify, Apple, wherever it is that you're getting your podcasts. We bring 2 episodes weekly. We do our short tip of the week on Mondays, and then our long form episodes on Thursdays, where we have conversations with really interesting people, authors and thought leaders and people who are entrepreneurs of all different walks of life. And so we've got so many great guests, people that I've had the pleasure of talking to, and we've got so many more people lined up. So if you're enjoying our show, please spread the word with your friends. That's how our show continues to grow. And the more people listening, the more content we can put out there. And we're all about putting out free content for you guys. And that's what I love about these Tip of the Week episodes, is that it's just a little tiny dose of something that I might be doing in my own life to help inspire y'all out there. And if you listen to last week's episode, we were talking all about challenging you or encouraging you or motivating you to read a book. Or incorporate reading into your routine, carving out time. For so many of us, we say, because we're so overworked or overwhelmed or overscheduled, that we don't have the margin or time to do things because we're so busy doing, either putting out fires or doing things that are not necessarily adding value to our lives, but we're just kind of on autopilot. And things like reading and working out are things that challenge our brains and our bodies to be healthy. And at the end of the day, the whole reason why we live an organized life or lead a simple life or lead a full life is so that we can be around. We can be around the people that matter to us. We can be doing the things that we were put on this earth to do, that we enjoy doing, that bring us joy and that bring others joy. And one of the biggest things that I hear people put on the back burner is exercise and movement. And we've done episodes about this. Like in our long form episodes, we had my friend Kate Chericello on a couple months ago. Go back and listen to that, all about kind of what exercise looks like and how movement is so important. But again, the tip of the week here is to find something that you can do to incorporate that into your daily routine, because really living an organized life, a lot of it has to do with developing healthy habits and routines, from what we're eating to what we're doing, how we're stimulating our mind. And exercise is something some people really, really love it and other people don't. And other people are afraid of it or fearful of it, or they're ashamed of them because they're maybe not in the best shape, or they're just all of these different, and I hate using the word excuses because for some people it's excuses, but other people, they've got other roadblocks that are holding them back from doing it. But just like I said with the reading episode last week, is I'm sure there is somewhere that you can carve out 20 to 30 minutes throughout your day, even if it's not consistent, that you could do replace, because you're not adding time, right? You can't add time, but you're replacing something that is not really bringing value, not serving you, not. And again, I hate to give social media a bad rap, but maybe it's social media. Maybe it means you're getting up a few minutes early. Maybe it means that you're not catering to every single person all of the time. And you're saying, I'm going to go for a walk. It, again, doesn't mean that you have to join an expensive gym membership. It doesn't mean that you have to all of a sudden do 2-hour workouts or an hour and a half yoga class. All that's great. And if you want to do it and you have the time and the money and the means and all that, great. But for somebody that either has financial constraints, or I remember back in the day when Josh traveled and my kids were little, we had a treadmill in our house at that time, before it started becoming a dust collector. But for a while, when the girls were little, and they were on like strict bedtime routines and they were in bed at like 7:30, I would come downstairs and run on the treadmill for 30 minutes or walk on the treadmill for 30 minutes. And we had a TV and I would watch a show and do that. Or sometimes I would listen to music. And it just gave me that. And working out at 7:30, 8 o'clock at night was not really what I wanted to do. It's not how I wanted to be spending my time, but I knew it helped my mental and physical health. And since my girls were early risers and I was working and juggling, like I didn't have another solid pocket of time. And that was the pocket of time. And so for a season of my life, I would run on the treadmill at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the night. And again, for single parents out there that are like, I'm doing this all by myself, I get it. I was a single mom with a paycheck for over a decade. So I can empathize with your struggles. If you do have a partner at home, that you can say, hey, like I need this, or a couple times a week, have a friend that you can do a swap, or depending on the ages of your kids, have them work out with you, whether you're putting them in the stroller and taking them for a walk, or you're sitting there and you're doing sit-ups with your kids while they're doing something else. There's a lot of ways that you can incorporate some sort of movement and fitness into your routine. And trust me when I say, part of living an organized life, it's not just about the stuff. It's not about color-coded clothes and cabinets and bins and baskets. That's a byproduct, but we want to be healthy minds, healthy hearts, healthy spirits. And if our bodies are not in good shape, then, and our health is not in good, is not in a good place, everything else, it's going to be a trickle down from there. So we really, really need to prioritize that. I know this sounds a little bit of a luxury tip of the week, but it's something I'm really passionate about. The other thing is, again, when our health, and we are prioritizing our health, and we are physically fit, and we are mentally strong, when adversity does come our way, it allows us to have a leg up. Because again, this is something that so many people put off, just like organizing or decluttering. And they say, I'll do it when my kids are in school. I'll do it when this season of my life is over. I'll do it when. And it's that procrastination that I see over and over again. And it's a little bit at a time. And so whether you can just have time to walk around the block, or if you have time to do a 20-minute routine, again, there's so many ways that we can work out from home now, and really have that accountability and support. That's all I'm asking. So I'm really totally challenging you guys from my heart to please prioritize your physical well-being. And that starts with movement. And so if you can do that. And I know for me, sometimes I will say, listen, I have so much on my plate and I can't work out today. And on those days, I definitely notice a difference in my mental health, and I'm snappier and all the things. So please start to figure out how you can fit that in to your life and what that's going to look like. And if you need help with that, write into us. Please say, this is where I'm struggling, and we will work together to try to help you. Because again, I find that the more people prioritize their own, put on their oxygen mask on first, you're not being a selfish mom. You're not acting entitled. You are being healthy. And again, we did an episode on modeling behavior. You are modeling healthy behavior for your kids and for your partner and for your friends and all the people in your life. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Again, share it with your friend. If you have an idea, if there's a tip that you want to share with us, write into us. You can either DM us on social media, This Organized Life podcast, or Simply Be Organized. We have a few different handles. So wherever you're following us, that's great. You can also ask a question, simplybeorganized.com/questions. And all that is linked in the show notes. So until next week, or until Thursday, I will be back. Until then, I'm Lori Below. Peace out.